Hi, everybody. It's me, DJ. Just to give you a little bit of information before the video that you're about to see. This was technically only supposed to be 10 minutes long, but knowing us, we kept on sidebarring and going on tangents to where we basically just filmed an entire podcast on accident. So with that being said, please enjoy the following. And now, let's cut to the boys.
So I'm so glad I could get both of you here on this nice fireside. Relaxation. We're not working per se as our usual setup requires. Multiple people, lots of time, and coordination that we never do. And even the people we work with never do. And it's so fun and exciting. It keeps things interesting. But doing this, I've learned a lot of stuff. I've kind of started to walk the fine line of what you say on the internet versus what you have to live with IRL. And it's been an interesting experience, and it's been a lot of fun because I don't change who I am all that much. There's a very good level of cringe I keep in my regular life that's never going to change, unfortunately. But we reached a new zone of comfort testing, I guess, is what we could say.
Yeah, we'll say it then. Yeah, we'll say that. Well, I don't know about the comfort part, but we'll say that.
You guys were testing my comfort limits for sure. And it wasn't like, now that it's done, it's hilarious. But at the time, there was definitely the, oh no, I can't believe I just said that. Or did I just fucking snort in a public setting? Anyways, excuse me, that was highly unprofessional. I apologize. Nice. Audience, viewers, people who spam bots who like to advertise things in the comment section, whoever it is watching this, you know that we've worked with other people in the past, and we've worked with Guardbeardia twice now?
Yeah, twice.
I think. Okay.
Yeah, we're basically best friends at this point.
Shut up. I lose track of things because this all seems like a fever dream. I never thought we'd have a channel where people watched us, let alone wanted to work with us. So that's been really fun and really cool. And I know what we're getting into 85% of the time. But this last time, I left U2 and Siege alone with Guard, with Freeman and Domino, and I was not in the picture. I was in an airport. I was trying to be supportive and listen to the whole thing, but I lost my headphones. So I was in an airport listening to these two, Siegeland, Guard, Domino, and Freeman, on speakerphone with the shit you guys got up to. You made it a very interesting experience. And what's on your mind, DJ?
I just want to say before he continues with this, so this entire planning thing of hanging out with Guardbro for the second time, this was all his idea. This was his planning. This was his thing that he was going to do. And then he hits us with, by the way, good luck. I'm going away. So I won't be there.
No, it was not my idea. Guard said, hey, these are the dates. We're doing this. Who can I get? And I said, this will be great. And then I realized, I have a work meeting, or not a work meeting, a work training trip that I cannot miss. The wait list for this class is 1 year minimum. 1 year minimum, and it costs the company about $3,000 to $5,000 to get me just there. So it unfortunately, Deej, I would have loved to have been there, but it was something I could not rearrange.
I mean, I'm hearing a lot of excuses, but I'll believe you this time.
I bet that's fine. You know what? I will say this. My raise starts Monday for doing that class. So as much fun as this stuff is, I'm a heavy guy. I gotta eat. I need a lot of money for food. So the bump up is gonna be really nice. And you right? Oh man. So unfortunately, I had to go do this thing, and I was still in the chat. I was trying to be supportive and help you guys. I was listening where I could, but airport Wi-Fi is what it is. It's not particularly great. I had to walk around and stick my phone out. So I'm like a crazy person listening to you guys talk about furries and impersonating James and all that kind of crazy shit. With my phone like this and people for this distance, overhearing all of it and snickering and laughing. And one guy got really mad at me. But we'll get to that in a bit.
Look, Mommy's taking a selfie.
I made it a point to stay away from kids. I made it a big point to stay away from anybody who could be influenced by us, because that's already a bad start. Also, if you're a kid watching this, get the hell out of here.
Go do your homework. Go do some chores.
What the fuck are you doing here?
This is... Yeah, exactly.
Go
this is
watch
not a
Ninja.
place for you.
Damn. Go watch Dream.
2 plus 2 equals go fuck yourself.
Look at this. Cringe. None of this is good examples for you. At all. But anyways, I back to the point. I wanted to get to this. Being an outsider perspective of watching you guys work and watching the shit you were bouncing off each other was so much fun. It was like, oh man, it was like playing a new game for the first time. I get the concept. I have a vague idea. Final Fantasy 6 and 7 might not be that different, but it was so much fun. Like you guys were vibing, the other guests were vibing, Guard was just going for it. And you guys said some of the craziest shit to hear, especially for other people who weren't me to hear. I got their live reactions as well, which is fantastic. But like, can you guys give me a little bit of insight of like how that was and like what you thought was interesting or things like that? Because like being out here, you guys have such a good fun dynamic with people. It works really well. I wish my brother was here, but you know, I'll pick his brain later, usually over a meal and throwing stuff at each other because we're brothers. It's what we do. But can I get some insider from the boys?
Okay. Originally I was shitting my fucking pants because we were like, I cleared my entire day just to make sure that we were on time for this. And come the time that he was supposed to go live, he wasn't in the podcast chat. And then when he does show up in the podcast chat, he goes live, but it's with somebody else's name. And my first thought was, he fucking forgot about us. Then he messages Brandon, and he was just like, I forgot who it was. I think he messaged Brandon.
Correction. I messaged him, be like, hey, yo, we're ready. And they're like, he's like, cool, jump in. We're waiting. Because at that time,
but then beforehand, your brother was
yeah.
But I'd say, like, beforehand, your brother was tuning into the stream, and the first thing that he hears is they get here when they get here. I'm half stupid and half daft. I don't know what that means. That could be an insurmountable amount of things. So
no,
I'm like, what does he mean?
We're waiting on them.
Talking about us?
Show up. Yeah.
So then as soon as Brandon also just says, jump in now, I'm like, to the downrange? Oh, God. Blue Skidoo, we can too. And we're there.
It sounded like you were dropping an Apex. Jump in now.
Yep.
Jump Master has requested us.
Dude, this was the equivalent of like this is like the equivalent of dropping into Tilted Towers for the very first time. I'm like, all right, this is gonna be something. I don't know. He's gonna get mad. He's gonna yell at me. His beard's gonna eat me. I gotta go.
There's gunfire before you hit the ground. Yeah, I get that. I feel that. I hate that game, and I get that.
Especially since, like, I still don't know him as well as, like, you and your brother do. And so I was like, okay, we're going into this, and we only have Adrian. And then when I saw that he was with a free man or not, who was fantastic, by the way, I'm like, okay, now I know of you on YouTube, but now I'm dealing with you, well, not exactly face-to-face, but in, like, a podcast talkie-talkie setting. So I was shitting bricks. Because, yeah, especially when it came to Guard the first time, you and your brother were, like, my comfort zone of, if I can't say anything to Guard, I can at least talk to them.
Okay, a little bit of familiarity to just keep the energy going. Okay, I get that.
Yeah.
And I'm going to be completely honest. I did not consider that, because when I start working, and I do consider this a form of work, my mind immediately runs into how do we make this run A to B, and I don't always take on the subtle nuances. I very laser focus onto things, so shit like that might completely just slip past me because it's just not how my brain operates. I'm a little smooth brain in some aspects, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah, that was my only thing, is like when it came to Guard the first time and slightly the second time, of you and your brother were that comfort spot of, if I can't think of anything to say to him, or I don't feel like I can say anything to impress him because in my mind, he might as well be George fucking Clooney. And so it's like, okay, if I can't say anything to him, I have somebody that I can talk to that can interact with him.
Okay.
So when you've gone that time, I'm like, now wait. Sorry.
No, I get that. I kind of get it. I get where you're coming from. I've been that jittery fanboy before.
It's this time when all we had was Adrian. I'm like, okay, Adrian can talk to him, but then with a free man there, I'm like, I'll wait my turn. I'll be back here. Don't mind me. Don't look this way. You.
Yeah,
Wolfman. Your thoughts?
Other than the fact that it was a very chaotic podcast, first and foremost. Freeman was amazing to talk to. It was very entertaining. It was very enlightening for some places. And he made a killer impression, but we'll get into that in a minute. But it was crazy because when we were going into there, thinking about one topic that we were going to talk to, but then once we got there, I immediately realized we weren't going to talk about that topic that we discussed because this conversation was going way out there, and we were sticking to this one huge focal point throughout the entire podcast, and it was definitely different. It was how can I put this? Very out there, very random.
Those are some choice words.
Oh, but it was fun though. A free man is a character. I'll say that he is. I didn't know about him. I didn't know about him until that day, but
I did. I've scrolled. I've had some of his videos recommended to me. He's actually pretty cool. He has an awesome voice. I can listen to that man talk until the other time.
Oh yeah, that voice.
Right, that motherfucker's got a speaking voice.
Seriously,
Jesus.
And it makes me happy, dude.
Getting jealous, like goddamn them pipes.
Them pipes. So back to where my original mindset was before we start talking too much shit. Seeing you guys just go out and vibe and work was very cool. Like, granted, Guard and Domino and Freeman, they're all a little more familiar. They're going to talk more, and that's fine. This is their ball field. We're just playing in their turf. That being said, you guys still had good energy with them. You were talking shit. You were telling jokes. You were telling stories. Like, there was good feedback back and forth. Granted, some of it got really, really cringe. It was still cool to see, and it's the specific content at that moment aside, because we'll get into that. Yeah, ignore the Static Wolf. That's a Metal Gear Solid villain. Static Wolf. Anyways, ignoring like the specifics of what we were talking about, it was a really cool moment. It was like proud of everybody for just being professional, being fun, and being real. Because at the end of the day, that's what NoSkill does. That's why Guard talked to us even the first time. We don't give a shit. We'll talk to whoever because we're people. And that guy I had met the other day who I told you had been doing this for a while, and I'm not going to say his name because he was very transparent. He followed the algorithm. He chased all this clout and time and like effort and like the traditional way. And at the end of the day, it made him so unhappy. He cut ties with all of it. It wasn't the lifestyle he wanted anymore. So what does he do? He does small town format videos. He films what he wants to film. And he's not back at the huge subscriber and the big paycheck anymore, but he's able to sleep comfortably at night. He doesn't hate what he has to do every day to make a paycheck. So it's really cool to see us be what we are. We're just guys who want to have fun doing this shit. You guys were holding your own very well. Very effectively too. Because you guys made... Oh, what's up, Deej?
No, I was just gonna say, especially with the guy that we're talking about, Guardbro or Guardbeardia on YouTube. The first time we met him, the one thing I love about Guard is he's like, whether we can come up with actual topics or talking points, worst case scenario, fucking ship it and rip it. Let's just fire. But he's also not afraid to just. He wants to have a conversation. He doesn't want to feel like people are being restricted because the algorithm and being brand friendly and PG-13 for the YouTube teens that are watching. He's just, hey, no holds barred. Say whatever the hell you want. I don't care. It's like, are you sure you're okay with that? Yes. That's why the first time we interacted with Guardbro, it was, and we were talking for an hour about just D&D, even though we had like 3 other topics that we were going to talk about. You should go watch that, by the way. So it was a breath of fresh air to finally deal with the guy that he's okay with us being us. Not, okay, even though you guys are the NoSkill boys, I need you to be a little bit more, not you. You picked the wrong people if you don't want us to be us, my friend.
Yeah, we don't do that censored stuff.
No, that's unfortunately the way the world is right now. And so, you guys, and feel free to correct me if I'm wrong at any point. You guys were talking about furries. You were talking about degenerate shit. You were talking about internet cringe. You were talking about, and hold up. Can I do 2 fingers? Can I? Exotic artwork is what we're gonna list that last category as. Yeah, you know what I'm talking about. Okay, we're good. We're on the same page. It was still crazy entertaining. The jokes were hilarious. The stories were real, and like you guys were making each other laugh, and you got me super bad because I was in the airport. I snorted hella loud. People next to me were snickering. And the exotic art is where we crossed a line, and a guy heard it. And he was a very large man, very tall. And for those of you who might know who this other example looks like, he looks like Johnny Sins. And it made me laugh really hard because he got up from his seat, he started marching toward me to say something. And as he took the big inhale, I was immediately like, well, I got to defend my boys. They're just working. They're out here having fun. I said, what you got to say, Johnny Sins? Do we have a problem? And I felt really bad immediately after because I'm not an intimidating guy. There's no reason he should be afraid of me. I'm like short as shit. I'm like 5'6", 5'7", real stocky. I honestly look dumb. So this guy
absolutely be afraid of me though.
Yeah,
just as I am right now.
Yeah, if you see terrifying. A guy that size in trip pants and a cloak and nothing else, run. He's probably actually dangerous. Unironic vampire. Anyways, Johnny Sins lookalike over here, full on deflates. He gets really sad. He gets really mopey. He marches back to his seat and starts pouting like a little kid. And he's like murmuring shit to himself. And I'm like, I felt that immediately. I mean, his friends probably give him shit about that all the time. If he has a spouse of any kind, they give him shit. I probably didn't need to go that hard, but you guys are my boys. I'm going to defend you. And you guys were genuinely funny. And I think that's one of the cool things about what we do is a lot of people don't want to talk about shit like that. They just, oh yeah, that's on the internet, but ignore it. Oh shit. Hit a button. Anyway, that's on the internet, but you ignore it. And I'm like, why? Why can't we laugh at people being crazy and cringe? Why can't we be a little cringe ourselves? It's part of the culture. Like at a certain point you have to acknowledge it. I'm not saying you have to be okay with it. I'm not saying you have to be a supporter. I'm saying you should at least acknowledge the existence and be willing to have a conversation about it, as with all things in life. And it was so cool to be able to step away from it and just watch you guys go ham. Like that shit was fantastic. And
especially the segment during that involved a certain surgeon. That was interesting. That was quite interesting to where even I was just like, for like a brief second, I'm like, Guard, are you sure you want to talk about this right now, dude? I mean, it's your channel, you can do what you want, sir. But damn.
Yeah, that was definitely a topic that kind of just threw me off guard, pun intended. But
I was just about to say off guard,
Pun
bruh.
no pun intended. It's so stupid. Oh my god, that was good. That was good.
but like,
Oh, somebody out there, clip that, send it to him.
Yeah, but going off of what you were saying, then we'll hop back onto the guard
You
talk.
cut off Brandon.
no,
Oh,
I'm
my
good.
fault.
Go ahead.
Okay. But like you were saying, I wish it was more accepted of like, again, not even accepted or embraced, but like cringe culture, it's a thing. It's always going to be a thing. But the problem is, especially with the people that are giving you weird looks in the airport, it's more along the lines of they were offended in that moment, forgetting the fact that you're in a public airport in 5 minutes time, they're never going to see you again. It's not going to ruin their night's sleep. Like nobody, I can guarantee you, nobody on that plane went to bed knowing they did what with the surgeon? He made what? It's not ruining people's sleep. I can't tell you how many times I've come across people being cringe, and I'm just like, oh, that's weird for now, but I'm not going to care in 5 minutes.
Okay, a quick counter argument to that. Did I tell you who I ran into at the airport? This is completely off topic, but the statistics here are crazy.
Well, you already said you ran into the doctor, lawyer, teacher, astronaut, Johnny Sins. Who else? What other celebrity?
Not a celebrity. Somebody from my personal life I knew. A boss that had been on a holy quest to try to fire me for 2 years. Every little slip up, every little potential infraction, every time I looked at this guy the wrong way, he would invite me to his office just to fight with me. I'd show up and I'd be like, yo, you wanted to see me? I didn't want to see you. Why are you wasting my time? And it was the worst work relationship I've ever had. I ran into him at an airport 8 hours away from where I live. I didn't know he lived in this area. I didn't know he worked in this area, and I didn't know he still flew back home to my area to visit family and friends on the weekends. So you'll never see him again isn't always true, because odds against all odds, we are on the same plane, the same flight, the same boarding group, and a little part of my brain immediately went to fight or flight because there's just such a disdain for that guy. If we were in anywhere but an airport, it would have been a conflict, but it wasn't. We were in an airport. We kept it civil. We were okay.
Yeah, but in that 1.5% chance of that happening, it's like, okay, fight or flight. You do fight, but you take like not the high road, but you take the medium road. Stick a dildo in his suitcase and let it be awkward for him in TSA.
I absolutely did. You steal that from the Drew Carey show?
No, that's the thing that I see everywhere, of like in either funny videos, America's Funniest Home Videos, or I think some vlogger whose name I won't name because I don't know his current status right now.
Videos? I haven't heard that in years, bro.
I'm old as sin, and it's still on.
I've never seen that bit on America's Funniest Home Videos. I feel like that'd get him in trouble.
The 90s were a different time.
Fair.
But I was like,
Fair.
you know, this would just be a great prank to pull on somebody if I ever had the ability to pull it off, and that scenario came up, like my old boss, whom for some reason just had this egregious hatred towards me for no reason other than me. I'll slap a certain dragon company inside a suitcase. Just carry on, get them flagged.
Okay.
Hey, don't
Make
put
it
them
really
in
weird.
Come on.
Don't put them in a mischievous context. We're still hoping to get sponsored by them someday.
Seriously, man. Come on.
What's up?
Hit us up, BD. You know what's that?
I want a tentacle and it has the Trip Pants logo on the side.
It'd be an honor. Just saying.
Yes. But back to Guard Bro. Before this turns into another sidetrack podcast. It's not even a podcast.
Real quick, can yours be called DJ Just the Tip?
Ooh.
See?
I might actually use that as a DJ name. DJ Just a Tip. And my first.
That's a good one. Holy shit.
And then my first hit song will be called Little Head.
Little Head. DJ just the tip about to make it rain in this club. Ew,
In the
gross.
building. Make the bass drop.
It's a big spark. Get that bass boosted sound effect. Let's cut this video. This is awful. Why? This is going so off the rails.
This is your idea. This is why you guys invite me to things.
Dude, I don't even know what happened. This was supposed to. We were both.
Me.
Where were you again? I think I just had a stroke.
Back to Guard Bro and how cool he is for letting us on because we're basically best friends at this point.
DJ, knock it
As of
off.
this,
Please,
I know.
Jeez,
Just I like impersonating those people. Just like, oh yeah. So I met Randy Blythe and Lab of God. We're basically bros now. He followed me on Instagram. Okay, that means he likes your pictures.
Fuck.
But
First of all, he probably didn't.
Oh yeah, Randy Blythe. Granted, he's really cool. But we'll say that for a music talk. As of this recording right now, Guard Bro actually wants us on again this Wednesday. Better fucking be there this time, God. Do you want to swear? I swear to God, fucking.
I think I'm not
yank
going on
the
this
green
Wednesday.
out of your hair.
You ain't gonna do. I keep telling people when we meet up, we're gonna have our own creator clash, and it's just NoSkill calling each other out for all the bullshit.
And essentially, by call each other out, they're gonna force me into a straitjacket and pummel me for 5 minutes, which I absolutely deserve.
I'll box you. 14-ounce gloves. We fight like men.
14-ounce gloves. He's gonna be throwing bricks.
Yes.
This one's coming from the
Exactly.
basement. It'll be there in 2 weeks.
Actually, I did the math. I think despite being a foot taller than me, we're still in the same weight class.
Well, because I'm 265.
I'm 240.
Sorry to break your immersion. I am not a little girl with LEDs for a mouth. Sorry. I know a lot of y'all's immersion is ruined right now. Right?
I would unironically dress like this. It would just be a lot solider.
I would love to
Brandon,
have
you
this,
wanna
like an
confess
extra
anything?
mouthpiece that lights up when I talk.
I have one of those. You want to borrow it?
Yes.
Sick. Mine's green though, so it's only one color.
I have nothing to confess.
Confession
My
time.
sins are not available right now.
You are absolutely lying. You're gonna not tell the folks that you're levitating right now, wizard?
You guys threw Brandon under the bus so hard on the
They
podcast.
did.
That was fucking hilarious.
Well, we had to. It was one of those we had to because I know if I didn't say it, Adrian was going to, and then Adrian was going to, especially with your brother being your brother. It's not only throwing him into the podcast, it's degrading him for the next 10 minutes.
It's a pile driver. It's what it is.
Uh-huh. Pile driver, followed by a choke slam, followed by a jackhammer, all from The Undertaker. Happy retirement, by the way.
Who still does the jackhammer?
That's a great question. Most porn stars.
Fair enough.
I might just take off this headset and leave. I'm supposed to be at Mando's house in 45 minutes anyways.
This was your idea.
I know. But
I don't even know how long we've been going for.
I'd say about 10,
Half
15.
an hour, I think. So shit. We've been caught in a time
Wasn't this
loop.
supposed to be a short?
No, I specifically said 9 times. We're not doing a short. You're the one who kept pitching short ideas.
No, not a short, but not a short. I'm talking wasn't this supposed to be just a TikTok video?
No, I said that 9 times.
Oh, no. We've been at this for about half an hour.
Yeah. I thought so. It didn't. I'm like, this ain't no 10-15 minute video. We're damn near at Tavern Talks. Like, do you want to just round it out for the next 15 minutes?
Fuck it.
All right.
We're already
So-
at this mess.
This is good. So I get some more talking points.
By the way, all of
Let's
that is
change-
staying in, ladies and gentlemen. You're going to hear us arguing with each other in real time because we don't want to edit it out. We want you guys to know exactly what goes on, where we yell at each other about whose fault it was, who is in charge of the derailing, and the timekeeper not telling us to shut up.
No, he's wrong. This is all scripted. We have a fantastic writer. His name is Siegelin. You should hit him up.
And when you do hit him up, ask him about the legendary gecko.
No, ask him about the gun that shoots snakes. Anyways.
Oh, God.
Good.
Bang, bang. Anyways. So, all of that fun stuff aside, since we're going to be wrapping things up pretty soon, I want to change gears a little bit and ask you guys. As far as we're going forward and doing collabs and making content our own way, how do you guys feel that we've grown or could grow? Because we've long abandoned the traditional method of clout chasing, crazy hype beast bullshit that is polluting the scene right now. This is still very DIY. There's a camera duct taped to a chair. Bunch of dudes just bulling. Like, can I get you guys' input on that? Because I feel like we've already made some serious progress in the short time we've been doing this.
Do you want to go first, Stage?
The rant that I was about to go on earlier, you might want to no scope. The rant that I said that I wanted to go on earlier, you might want to go first.
All right. So, based on our growth and how we were doing this channel, I couldn't have been happier with how we're doing things, because I think that's like one of the first rules that I made for this channel, is that we would do what the fuck we wanted, and we wouldn't do the cloud chasing, the hypes, and the hype videos, and all that type of shit, or basically chase metrics, because honestly, that stuff's stale. It's getting stale, and you see it everywhere. So why not just do our thing? Because this is basically how we are. What you see is what you get, and
good song.
With our growth so far, I couldn't be happier with it.
Yeah, and I'm happy to hear that, man. Like, you guys have definitely started to come into your own of pitching ideas, delivering stories and puns, because a lot of people don't understand that there is an art to storytelling. DJ can tell a mean fucking story. Adrian can tell a mean fucking story. But sometimes you get these numpties with the microphone who are just like, so anyways, and just drag out the worst parts of it.
So
I'm
anyways,
not calling
one
any
thing led to
YouTubers out.
another.
But, if you see a puffy dude with glasses and a faux hawk, you might know who I'm talking about. You might not. But that's for a whole different debate. Can we cut over to DJ before you guys start reading into that?
Yeah, like Brandon said, I am perfectly happy with our growth, because it was a group thing that we basically said we're gonna have fun doing us the way we want to do us, not follow this algorithm because this is gonna be what's gonna give us the highest CPM. Or we need to, like, especially with like video game content, or like we need to play this game because this is the wave that everybody's riding right now, like the Among Us wave, the Fall Guys wave, and then the game dies, then DLC drops, and everybody comes back. It's like, okay, you're stuck in this endless fucking cycle, which kills content creation when you're following a guideline instead of following your heart.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's where when it comes to our content, it's whether I rant on 20 minutes about insert story here, or we're just like shooting the shit, having banter, or like when we did the one episode NoSkill Theater where I wasn't really having much input. It's every time I see we have a video uploaded on the channel, I can put my personal stamp of approval on it, of saying this is 100% USDA approved, genuine us. This is us. Being us. We didn't follow an algorithm. We're not going off of what the hot ticket is. We're not a pranks channel. We're just genuine no skill. And so I feel good knowing that when I see every single video that we put up there, whether it bangs like some of the shorts that have been that you've uploaded that get like thousands of views, or mine and Brandon's It Takes Two run, where we got maybe 10 views an episode, I was still happy with the fact that what is on this channel, I'm happy with. They're happy with. The entire group is happy with what's being shown because we made it ourselves by being us, if that makes sense.
No, I get that, and there's definitely because I don't want to call anybody out, but we do know creators who have been at this for years who have videos, and well, not no, oh god, whoa.
He turned into a Goomba. Did you see that?
Bro,
That
all of my
face.
controls just went completely haywire. Holy hell! I was looking through the floor.
Hey, it wouldn't be a NoSkill video without wouldn't be a NoSkill video without technical difficulties.
I don't know what happened there. Wait, I have a theory. One moment.
By the way, for those who
Zeus is standing on my wire.
For those who are into that,
the dog was standing on my quest link, and that's why I got a
that was
connection.
Scripted, by the way. Not really, but you can read it.
Yeah, 100% scripted.
Yeah.
I will shave
my
your
dog
mane
Zeus.
if you keep lying to the people like that.
Trained actor.
You can't shave this.
Anyways, like I was saying,
bitch.
like I was saying, I don't want to point any fingers, but we do know content creators, we do know channels and videos who, and this might sound mean, they've been up for years and there are 0 views, and I mean, it does happen. There is such a big saturation on the internet, whether it's 5, 10, 100 views, that's still people who are tuning in to see what you're doing, to see what's going on. And it might not be the biggest one in the world. It's still something to be proud of. That's something you guys made. That's something that still has potential to grow, because as long as you keep going, there's always a chance it could pick up someday.
Yeah, because
and it is. I'm starting to get.
Oh, go ahead.
Dude. No, you're right. Dirtle was literally just saying that the other day, and shout out to Dirtle Kingdom. Good to see you, buddy. He was literally just saying that. There's always a chance something can pick up, and you. Shut up. You're gonna make me laugh. He was literally just saying, there's always a chance something could pick up and it'll start elevating you when you least expect it, because the internet is a fucking crazy place.
Yeah, because oh, by the way, when is command NoSkill going to be a thing? Anyways, because you never know.
When I get a recording, all we need is the audio file. DJ Tasha, don't yell at me. I'm trying to make a point.
I sent
don't talk
to
back.
him.
I don't think you did.
I sent you 2, and then you said, "Oh, we can't use you because we can't use Caramel Dance." Now we can.
No, we can't. Not on Twitch.
Fuck.
This is Twitch we're talking about.
Cut that bit out.
How can I cut it out? I haven't even heard the fucking audio yet.
It's still in the chat somewhere.
You're trying to get our homeboy fucking copyright strike. I'm keeping an eye on you.
No, the audio file of me doing the "What's up? What the fuck is up, Denny's?" And then there's like a 1-second clip afterwards of the Caramel Dancing chorus. Just cut that last second out, because I still yell, "What the fuck is up, Denny's?"
It's a raw file. I can't cut that.
He can.
The lizard, maybe he could.
Maybe. Depends on.
Anyways, we'll get into our technical shit. Guys, we're still live. We're still on the air.
Back on this.
Fuck.
What I was going to say is that with the channel's growth, and this is also something that I wanted to point out, with growth, also comes with more potential views, because the more subscribers you get, the more people are going to check out the channel and be like, oh, what else they did. And they may even go to like older videos or even the whole playlist section, because I make it a point to make playlists of the shit, whether it's just standard gameplay or all the playthroughs have their own playlists. And so, like I said, they take 2 stuff. Maybe someone will be like, oh, I love that game. I love watching people do playthroughs. I'm going to watch these guys' entire playthrough of It Takes Two. It could happen. You never know.
The Tavern Talk is already up to 40 views.
Yeah.
Like I just checked, it's up to 40 views. And then the Guardbeardia podcast that we did, it's sitting at, I'm just going to round up and say 600. It's at 599.
And just like that,
Oh shit!
it's just another view. Granted, we weren't in any way plugged in that one, so not like we're gonna grow from that anyways. We were just
I don't
there.
know. People were asking to turn you guys up in the comment section. They wanted to hear what you wanted to say. So, and
I also didn't have
honestly,
the guard
I
had my
think
volume turned down.
you were so loud. I can see why.
Well, because with my last mic, the mic that cost $15 fucking, it was easy to peak. This one is actually a pretty decent mic. I'm not using it now. I'm using the headset. So if I peak, sorry.
I'm not gonna say names, but we all know somebody who has a mic that peaks all the time, and I'm wondering if it costs $15.
I know a lot of people that have a mic that peak. We're talking actual
Yeah.
like mic stand mics or Xbox headsets, because then the Xbox headsets is me all day.
Wait,
You're talking about me.
Mando?
No. Well, he's using a Kinect.
Might
Mando
as well be.
unironically
Again?
uses a Kinect for a microphone in 2022.
That's how I met him in 2017. I'm sorry, no, 20. I'd say 2015, 2016 when we met on Warframe. I've known my man too long.
I'm glad this is
Jesus
getting uploaded after I go to his house, because that's going to be a great conversation to have later.
I mean, let's be honest.
Dude, just tell him in advance. Even if it doesn't eat.
Every time we're in a damn party with a man, I swear, you hear everything in his mouth. Just like every little smack, chew, breath, everything. You just hear his innards working. It's like, what the fuck?
Bro,
is with
did
that
I just
to
hear
the
your uvula vibrate?
Guys,
The fact that he makes every old man noise. I love Mando to pieces. I really do. I've known him too long, so he won't care that I say this. Not that I would care if he did care. The amount of old man noises that this man makes, like all of a sudden he goes to adjust a little bit, and you just hear. And I'm like, you're cracking like a bag of glow sticks, my friend. Are you okay?
yeah. Yo, Deej, can I steal that line?
By all means.
I'm gonna make that sexy somehow. Don't ask, but I'm gonna do it.
You're cracking like a bag of glow sticks. I like that. What's up, girl? How you
Baby,
doing?
come here. I'm gonna crack your back like some glow sticks.
We gonna light up the night.
Oh my god. Anyways, content creation channel. We were working.
This should just be called the sidebar.
You know how it be.
That's the sidebar. I guess. You know what? Fuck it. This is a mess. I was gonna say, after all these conversations we've had and like talking about how certain people do things and how we do our own, I know there's gonna be that one guy in the comment section who's gonna be like, "Oh, why'd you name drop this other YouTuber so hard if you've done clout chasing?" And I mean this with all due respect, Guard. If I was gonna drop a name of people I worked with, it probably wouldn't be you, and I think you know why. I think you understand that you're not the most liked dude on the internet, and I'm not trying to be mean. I'm just, you know, man. You had people hate call you because of shit you wrote in a book for literally no reason. Why? Who does that shit? It's a book. Why do you not only track down the author's information, which I'm pretty sure was stolen to some degree, call them on your personal phone, and then complain that you didn't like that? Like, that's a certain level of despise that I can't fucking comprehend.
There's a lot of things people do for some dumb, stupid reason that they just get really mad and they have to just express it to someone. That person is usually the person that is responsible for why they're mad in the first place.
I've dealt with hate from our content from some of my IRL friends that I know in real life IRL. And I'm like, oh yeah, constantly. I won't name any names, but I won't name your name unless you give me permission to. In which case, I'm still not going to because you're a prick.
Shout out to the prick.
He has several problems. Especially when it comes to when we're doing a podcast. And again, I don't fucking care, but he has a problem with me always using female characters since I'm not a female. Again, sorry for the immersion break, but I have an Adam's apple. Apparently, and then, like, that's one of his biggest draws. Just like, why don't you pick a character that seems more like you? And I'm like, do you think he's actually a wolf man?
I'm sorry, that's fucking great. Do you think he's? You know what that reminded me of for no reason? Did you just fucking bark?
Did you just fucking bark? Shout out to Mando.
Shut up.
And then I had to tell him, newsflash, the other guy isn't actually a fucking e-boy. It's cool, relax. This is just, why don't you pick characters that reflect who you are? Because it's the internet. We don't fucking have to. Not only is it the internet, it's VR chat.
The point is to look how you want to look and act how you want to act. That's like literally the point of this whole thing. And, you know, minor immersion break, I don't look like my goblin guy. This is going to make some people laugh.
You're not green?
Oh, really?
I wish. Green boys for life. But he is based on a real person, and he very much looks like my buddy Caesar. And I know Caesar's going to see this and put it together, and he's going to get... Knowing him, he'll probably be flattered. His girlfriend might think it's weird, but she's old school. She can deal with her own nonsense. But
Can I
that's
make a
the
comparison
point.
real quick?
Huh.
Replace your green skin with pasty white skin. You kind of look like Connor with your goblin.
If he has worn eyeliner, and I can see it. I can kind of see it.
He's dressed up like Mouse. Sexy.
But that's the point. You accent yourself the way you want to, not a one-to-one copy. I don't get people who are like that, man. That shit's so weird to me.
Like, you probably actually enjoy Kix cereal and bran muffins for the flavor.
Oh, man. That's the kind of person who only enjoys missionary.
Oh, God.
Oh, fuck. That's DJ's friend. I probably shouldn't have said that.
Dude, I hope you watch this, because I want to make fun of you for it. Like, once you watch this, we're going to the bar, and I'm going to be like, what up, top? C-Turby, you bottom ass, piece of shit.
Yo, basic bottom, get over it. I need to stop. I need to fucking stop.
Trust me, the things that we're saying on this recording are so much more tame than what I actually tell them in real life. Because again, in IRL, again, going back to the whole cringe culture thing, quite literally the only difference between who I am in VR chat compared to who I am IRL is I'm not a fucking girl. I have an Adam's apple and a pee-pee. That's the subtle difference. Other than that, the things that are coming out of my mouth, this personality, this mentality, that's a completely smooth bore, smooth brain, but also at the same time, 9,000 IQ is who I am IRL. I'm really smart, but I play stupid, but I'm also really stupid, but I pretend to be smart.
It's confusing, trust me, but he's
yeah,
not
you're
wrong.
not smart.
I am an enigma. I'm a bug.
He's just wrong, but we'll talk about that later.
I'm like a cicada. I'm loud and I make a lot of noise, and you really want to squish me, but at the same time, it's like, you know what? He's going to disappear for 17 years again, so, like, let him hang out for at least today.
So, next time Guard has us on the lineup, are we going to be the smooth bore lineup for the Downrange podcast? Because I feel like that's pretty on brand. We will never hit the target.
Especially with especially if we're actually going to use the topic that we were supposed to use for the last Downrange, and we didn't.
Off.
Yeah,
no, that's why we're
for
smooth
context
bore.
audience,
Highly inaccurate. That's a gun joke.
But so I'm not going to say anything. I'm just saying a little bit of context. Oh yeah, and Domino's going to be there being cringe as fuck. But for a little context, while he's doing his Mr. Miyagi thing, there was a topic that we wanted to talk about on the Downrange podcast. Never got around to it. Decided to talk about furries and exotic art for 90 minutes straight. Didn't even we talked about anime. We talked about said topic for maybe 2 minutes.
About,
and then it quickly derailed.
Yeah.
into him.
That's how it goes.
So,
Hey,
Into me.
I don't like the way you pointed and said that at him, but anyways. anyways.
Him.
If my math is correct, we're running at just under an hour.
Yeah, we should.
You boys want to do the final wrap-ups?
Final wrap up like a present. Okay.
Okay, so let's just say how we usually have our closing notes. Instead, this time we're gonna go with some either fun goals for if we keep on doing this. I don't know why that was so hard to say. And if you guys can't think of one, I'm more than happy to start. But it's up to you. Who's ready? Who wants to go?
What fun goals?
Yeah, if for the closing note, like a fun goal that you would like to achieve if we keep doing this stuff.
I'd probably say start incorporating IRL stuff.
That's up to you guys. I'm already doing that.
Well, I'm just saying, like more like actual mainline videos, not like TikTok or Shorts, or whatever. I'm talking about mainline videos for like, say, you send to me and I edit.
He wants.
I would love to do that, but you are the editor,
Granted,
and I don't want to overwork you.
Don't worry, just do it.
My guy, you need to sleep. You already bust ass uploading our regular content.
What sleep? Sleep is for the weak.
So essentially, he wants us to face reveal, even though I'm the only one in the group that's actually revealed the space. If you've been paying attention, I'm everywhere.
You don't even have to face reveal. You could just point the camera away from you the whole time. Who cares?
Yeah,
I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind face reveal.
Yeah, like
I still wouldn't mind doing another face
reveal.
reveal.
Yeah,
I know none of the other group is because I've done a face and body reveal in a fucking skimpy cop suit. Trust me, I'm hot.
I am a very private individual.
Yeah,
so the most you'll probably see of me is my cyberpunk mask and my cop aviators, and that's probably about it.
Yeah,
and his fingies when he's holding his lightsaber.
I was actually debating wearing I have a stormtrooper helmet for that. Although the one thing I'm afraid of is Dirtle just clapping that thing into the side of my head because there's not a lot of padding on it. So we'll see how that goes.
Speaking of body reveals, Mouse is going to be doing her. She's going to be making a gun stream. And I'm like, she's going to show the fingies. And then she was just like, by the way, I'm going to be wearing gloves. Bitch. But I love you, Mouse, really. I got your Docky. It's coming. It's on the way. What's up? Anyway.
It's taller than she is. That's so funny to me.
And I got the wrong size, too.
Let's go back on topic.
I think I'm on the same page as you. I'm sorry, DJ. Real quick. I think I'm on the same page as you, Brandon. I think we should do some more IRL stuff. It'd be cool.
Yeah.
Because it provides context to the crazy shit we talk about. It's not just, oh yeah, I was at Bad Wolves. It's all, yo, look at this shit that happened at the Bad Wolves concert or Aftershock or cons or whatever furry events you guys go to that you haven't talked about yet. I'm just gonna let you. I hang out with more furries than you guys do, and I don't know why I talk so much shit.
For some reason, I hang out with a bunch of blue collar rednecks that know that I'm a furry, but they're just like, we're just not gonna address it. We're not gonna.
You want to trade friends? I think we're in the wrong group. So we got switched somewhere.
Granted, it's because we all sit down, we drink beer, and watch sports, copious amounts of sports from rugby, football, and then yesterday we were actually quite enthralled with a curling tournament.
I think it's because when they ask me shit like, "Hey, does this tail make me look like a bottom?" I don't immediately like talk shit. I'm just like, honest opinion, yeah, kind of. I don't know if that's what you're going for, but it does. That's a real conversation that's happened before.
That's
what we dig it. We love it around here. Anyway, wrapping up.
Yep.
So realistic goal, I think it'd be cool, especially if we continue with the growth and exposure to the channel that we are getting, and if we keep doing work, like doing collaborations and working with, the likes of, more of, because I want to have Dirtle on again. So like Dirtle, Guardbeardia, anybody else that we could, interact and possibly network with. I think we can actually take off a little bit faster than we did when we first started. But for a realistic goal, I would love for us to have a Gamer Subs discount code. Gamer Subs. I have all of your T-shirts.
Yes, he does.
He really does.
does.
He has color coordinated trip pants to match each waifu shirt. Let that sit in.
Damn right. Tsundere with the lime green, Suki with the pink, Nico Maid with the purple, Zombie Slayer with the red.
He's got it all.
And Shy Lily with the blue.
Hard. Oh, I forgot you got Lily's. Womp womp.
Womp womp.
By the way, when are you gonna mail out the Heavenly Father cups? I haven't received mine yet. I'd like Heavenly Father, please. Anyway, I would love to have a GG code, and we and that would be so much fun to just to say we have it, whether people use it or not. I'd be like, we have a Gamer Subs code, guys. Look at that shit. That would lose my ever-loving fucking mind. But that's my goal. It might take a while for us to get there, but a goal's a goal, and I believe in it. And I believe if anybody can achieve it, it's us.
I want to put one more out there. I also want to start heavily focusing more on podcasts, especially because it seems that a lot of people, namely YouTube and Spotify and all them, are focusing a lot more on them, and I think it'd be awesome to try to get into that crowd,
I'll get into
especially since for some reason all of our talkie videos bang. Like for our subscriber count, our talking videos actually go pretty hard and do pretty well.
Yeah, apparently the people like hearing us talk. We're a bunch of idiots, but they like us.
Do we still have a big Spotify following in Germany?
No idea.
Yeah, that was random when we found out.
That was so funny. It's like over a quarter of our viewers were from Germany. None of us have any.
I got a name for the German audience.
Oh no!
Don't do it.
Please don't.
The Schnitzel soldiers.
Absolutely not. We do not endorse it. Whatever DJ says, none of it.
This is a close it, please. This is close it.
What is wrong with you?
Guten Tag.
Anyways, moving forward, I'd like to be out of this group. Shit.
One of those videos, Mike is announcing his retirement. Look at that.
I guess so. Fuck, man. I gotta say, working with some of the people we've worked with so far is already was on the YouTube bucket list, for sure. So I'm very happy with how far we've come with that. If I could say there would be a goal, it would be definitely to be able to do some more in-person things, not just the IRL things, but if we were going to collab with people, be out to go do stuff with them. I have no issue doing Discord, BR chat, gaming, things like that. I think it's fun. I think it's a really cool medium. But for the way we interact with each other, the way we interact with each other and the way we talk to people, it's no different from how we actually are. And I think there's such a high potential to do these really cool things with that guy or that guy or that guy or that person, whoever. I think it just gets that much more real when you have two people face to face and they're able to do crazy shit, have these really cool conversations. Maybe for privacy reasons, I'll still be wearing my masks and various other goofy shit that I've collected over the years. But it still is such a night and day difference from, yeah, that's my digital buddy right there. But if we're at like DJ said, if we're at a bar just shooting the shit, maybe watching something or sharing that experience, it's a very different feeling. So I'd love to be able to start reaching out beyond the digital wall. I know that's hard because the last 2 years shut down all travel everywhere. It's still quite expensive to do. Things quite haven't returned to normal yet. And then scheduling and all that. But I think it'd be cool if we were able to just roll out and go do stuff with people, because I would love to get into doing that with you guys, some of our streamer friends, some of our other friends who do the various forms of content creation. I think we'd get into some serious shit. Maybe trouble. Admittably, maybe a little bit of trouble, but you know, there's always that risk when you're doing that.
That's not admittedly. That's not admittedly might get into some trouble. That's absolutely 100%.
Absolutely.
One of us is probably going to jail. Hi. The little one. I'm getting arrested for arson.
No skill house.
For reasons I will. For reasons I will not explain, Fraser probably would be the only one that wouldn't get arrested.
Damn it.
Damn.
Well, then again, he wouldn't get arrested either because he's a scaly, right? So like as soon as the cops show up, he just like flaps his wings and flies away. So he would never get caught ever.
I'm not getting involved in this. Feel free to handle it how you will. I'm just going to sit here and look.
I'm just going to ignore it. Continue.
All right. So
Charizard used fly.
With that being said, break that down and absorb it however you will. I don't really know how that helps anything, but with all that being said, this was supposed to be a 5-10 minute video. Then it was going to turn into a tavern talk. And now we're running over an hour long, if my math is correct. So that shows the NoSkill process. We don't plan traditionally. Our script writer is so good. He's sending this stuff up to us through a live feed, and we just keep rolling with it. It's fantastic. I got a prompt right here. It's a mod, even though they did the anti-cheat.
Totally.
Keith's an asshole. He sent me deviled eggs for Christmas.
That actually sounds 100% on brand. It really does. But a final good night from our chief editor here.
A good night. Yeah.
And then good night from Lolly Supreme.
Tune into Garbro and Siege is a gecko.
And I have been Mikey of NoSkill Entertainment, and I have serious questions on where the future is going to go, but I'm excited to see it. Until next time, good night, everyone.
Listen to death metal.